Week 6 SFLm action begins this evening in Kentucky as the Lexington Miners host the Madison Lynx. Good evening, everybody. I'm Mike Daggs, and joining me in the booth, the notorious airboat captain himself, Gerald Smith. I think I've used that one before. You're watching the Simulation Football Minor League presented by APM Music on YouTube. Gerald, I'm ready for the game tonight. How about you?
I'm good. There ain't no Canadian smoke where we're at today.
No, finally we got away from that stuff. Top two teams in the league tonight. Gerald, how's this game looking?
Well, this game tonight seems to be pretty promising and exciting between these two teams. The Miners currently lead in the standings with a perfect record of 5-0, showcasing their dominance throughout the league. They have been on an impressive winning streak, having won in all 5 games. With a scoring differential of plus 52, the Miners have not only been winning, but also displaying their offensive prowess. On the other hand, the Lynx have had a solid season thus far with a 3-2 record. Despite a recent loss, they have shown resilience in a strong offensive game, evident from their scoring differential of a plus 31. As these two teams face off tonight, the Lynx will aim to challenge the Miners' unbeaten streak and close the gap in the standings. It would be a highly competitive battle tonight with both teams striving for victory.
Absolutely, and the Lexington Miners, they can clinch a playoff spot with a win tonight. We'll head down to the field, get this one started. Returning the ball up to the, painfully tackled at the 25-yard line. That is where we will get things started on offense tonight. Dylan Lewis returning it for the Madison Lynx. Switch Thumper, the 6'4" quarterback, leading his offense out onto the field. Shepard Vicarian is the halfback. Chris Sunsiri, Joe Beasley, and Dylan Lewis are the receivers. Ron Haynes, Jimmy Foster, the tight ends. At left guard, John Smith. Thumper back to throw on first down. Gets it up top. Connects with the return man, Dylan Lewis, and gets a first down on the first play from scrimmage.
Yeah, and that's something Madison is going to have to do today as far as trying to, get themselves in situations like that, right? Getting a good first down start and being able to move the ball, because the way Lexington has played this season, I mean, they can, shut teams down and actually put a lot of points on board.
J-Rock, Marco Swift, Wade Phillips in the chat, DJ The Myth, James Walters, Uriah Argid, I can't pronounce that, my goodness. Shepard Vicarian, appreciate everybody joining us for the game tonight and participating in the chat. 3-yard gain on first down brings up a second down and 7.
Yeah, there it is right there. I mean, they're going to pick up some yards right there. 3 yards is better than none at all, but they still got themselves right here in a second and medium-ish.
2 receivers set, 2 backs in the backfield. Thumper, into traffic, and that one's incomplete. 3rd down and 7. Looks like he was trying to connect with Beasley. On defense, Gerald Cumbus, Brenda Puff, DJ Kilgannon, Noah Davis, Shane Hill, Andre Tucker, Guy Incognito, Willie Bands, and J.J. Bailey. Those are your defensive end, defensive tackle, pair of linebackers, pair of corners, and 3 safeties, respectively. On 3rd down and 7, a 4 wide receiver set, trips to the left. Thumper under center. Hands the ball off on a 3rd and long. Does it pay off? No! It's 4th and inches, just shy of the first down. It caught me off guard. Almost worked, Gerald.
Well, look, and I don't know if it's even worth a challenge, because where he fell looks like he may have even picked it up.
I thought so, yeah.
And they're going to punt. Dude, that was, I mean, because they played, the Miners played man coverage, and it left the middle kind of wide open. They had a hat on a hat, and he was able to get a good run there.
Punt is away. Pete Ellis, the punter for Madison. And fairly normal starting field position as if it was kicked off, taking over at their own 24-yard line. Barney Burner is the return man and wide receiver for the Lexington Miners. The quarterback is Chad Moore. Willie Smoke is the halfback. In addition to Barney Burner at wide receiver, you also have Ian Francis and Alex Jackson. The tight end, Xavier Solomon, 2-way player from the Carolina Skyhawks. Moore under center on first down. Short drop, wide open up top. Connecting on that out route, Alex Jackson gets the first down. So both of these teams' drives starting off very similar.
Yeah, and that's one of the strengths, right, that that Lexington has had the season this far, right, as their quarterback and being able to get the ball out quick. Him passing for, 270, almost 275 per game on the season. So, he's having a really good. Look, if Madison wants to do, and they can actually get out after the quarterback too. They got the league leader, and look at this.
Oh, more pumps, and it gets bobbled around by this Madison defense. They're unable to get the pick. Let's roll through the Madison defense while we have a moment. On the defensive line, Ricky Phillips and Zebra Vedaducci. It's your defensive end and defensive tackle. At linebacker, DJ Woods, Joseph Lama, and Al-Farouk Aminu. At corner, Xavier Rue III. Yeah, I said it right. I didn't pronounce the X. Mike Bird, Roscoe Jenkins, and Danny Carmichael. Roscoe and Danny are the safeties. Oh, nice pocket. Gets that pass out, gets the first down. Barney Burner with the catch.
Chad Moore was unfazed.
Yeah, he didn't care.
Just took a 0-step drop and let his offensive lineman do their thing. And that's pretty surprising because you got two guys in top 5 in sacks in the league, along with the sack leader on the opposing defense right there. So that's gutsy by that quarterback.
Moore down to the bottom. Gets it back out into the hands of Burner. He'll gain 9 on the play. 2nd down and 1 as they have crossed midfield into Madison territory.
Yeah, and here they are. They're inching toward field goal range, and this is stuff that they've kind of done all season, right? They taken what the defense has been giving them all season long, high efficient passes, right? They're not throwing for, a gazillion touchdowns like some of the other quarterbacks in the league, but they're actually doing what they need to do to win games.
Ball is handed off to Willie Smoke. Gets the first down on that snap. SFL draft weeks away. Gerald, I know you're preparing for the draft, been making some trades. Aztecs are preparing for the draft as well, analyzing players. A lot of these minor league players be on major league teams here coming up pretty soon. Smoke takes that handoff, gets tackled right at the line, brought down on the play by number 95. It's Al-Farouk Aminu.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of eyes on the draft, especially with these particular two teams, right? With the success they've actually had this season thus far. They're on a lot of teams' big boards. These players you see here today.
Uriah Argyrakis. I don't know if I said it right, but Uriah says, say my name. There you go. That's what I got. Moore in the gun on 2nd down and 10. Still looks unfazed, but probably should have been. Throws a pick right over the middle, jumping right in front of the ball. DJ Woods.
I don't think he saw him, right? He's seen his wide receiver coming across the middle, and the linebacker was just sitting back right there, just reading the quarterback. Look at him. He's sitting right there, saw the receiver, eyed up the quarterback, and just jumped that route. Great play by the linebacker on that one there.
6'1", 240-pound linebacker. That's how you get yourself noticed by SFL teams making great plays like that. I wonder if the Lexington halfback is going to be a target of Carolina. They always say, we want the smoke. Although now they've got an opportunity to draft him.
There's a smoke.
There's a smoke in the draft, throwing it 4 yards behind the line of scrimmage, and Vicarian has trouble trying to get even back to the line. He'll lose 1 on the play, 2nd down.
Yeah, that's not a very good start on 1st down after that big interception.
Uriah Argyrakis says, close enough. That's all I aim for in life, Gerald. Close enough.
I would have said angry Rakis.
Angry Kraken. It's one of them things in those Pirates movies. Good pass over the middle. Nets a nice gain. Sets up a 3rd down and 2, and that's what you want to do after 2nd and 11. Set yourself up with a 3rd manageable. Lewis with the catch.
Right. Yeah. Lewis coming across, right? The two-way player out of Denver right there, just kind of cutting across, and Thumper being able to hit him in stride to take it from a 2nd and 11 to 3rd and 2 right here. And now look, and this is a situation where you would think you would actually have a run play dialed up here. Let's see what they do.
Well, this time they go to the air on a 3rd and short, and it looks like it will pay off as they connect with Sunseri, and he's able to get the first down, tackled in Lexington territory at the 49.
And that was long development, I tell you, because I seen Sunseri kind of come across and try and, kind of cut into his route, and the defender gave him a little push, so he's a little late getting there. But good thing that the Lynx offensive line gave the quarterback a little bit more time to be able to find this guy coming across the middle.
DJ the Myth. Jeez. I've been waiting for that interception, LOL. Hey, listen, mistakes were made.
What did you eat today? Like
spaghetti and meatballs, the same thing you had, man.
What was in the spaghetti? Like, what was in your bowl?
You don't want to know what was in the spaghetti. Was it good? That's all that matters.
It was delicious.
Well, then don't ask questions. DJ the Myth. I've been waiting for that interception. Well, now you got it. Somebody should clip that. It was a beautiful pick. 2nd down and 12 after a loss of 2 on 1st down. Short drop by Thumper. Gets the pass over. They call it a fumble on the field, recovered by Lexington, but I don't think you got to be a football expert to know that there's no way that was a fumble.
No, but one of the best parts about that, it would have been a beautiful play had he held on to the ball.
Yeah.
Because Thumper got hit as he's throwing it through that Matt Wilson duck while being hit. But man, if only his tight end could have held on to that ball, it would have been a thing of beauty.
And to the surprise of no one, we see the flag thrown, and the infamous Ref 62 will review this. So we'll get to see this beautiful Wilson-esque pass once again.
Oh, we might get to see it from a few different angles. But watch this here.
Look at this. Look at this. When the ball spins side to side like that, you know it's a Matt Wilson special. James Walters waiting for the outcome of this one. Marco Swift hoping somehow it goes his way. And again, to the surprise of no one. Although, I don't know, Ref 62, he's pulled out some surprises throughout his nefarious career.
I think it's his lack of eyeballs, and or something, because you can see on the field he doesn't bring his bifocals to the field.
He does not. He does not.
He's trying to look glamorous, and it's
well,
just not working.
He wants to look pretty, and that's important. But getting the right call is a little bit more important. So 3rd down and about 12. Thumper going down the right sideline, and that one is incomplete. 1-on-1 with Chris Sunseri, and was not able to haul that one in. Great coverage on the play by Shane Hill. That brings up a 4th down.
Shane Hill had tight coverage, and he popped his finger up there just in time to bat it away. And that's the kind of play that'll get a man drafted right there, right? Being able to play tight coverage, and stick with the man, especially in a one-on-one situation, better shut it down.
You know what else gets a corner drafted? Being 6'4", coming for the block, can't quite get it. The ball will come down at the 14-yard line, returned up to the 17-yard line, and that is where Lexington will take back over on offense. Simulation Football League combines traditional sports, esports, and a role-playing game into one. Team strategies are being executed in real time by our simulations as real-life players compete on the virtual gridiron. For more information about the SFL, visit our website at simulationfl.net. The SFL, it's football for everyone. The virtual gridiron's getting an upgrade. A lot more customizations going into the graphics for Season 21, which is only about a month away. Looking forward to that. Oh, look at that pass in the run after catch. That was a great play by Ian Francis.
The littlest guy on the field just finds his way into the middle at 5'10", finds his way in the middle, gets behind everybody, and just steps it up a notch.
Can't tackle what you can't see.
Look, and he puts his arm out like, get off me. You can't touch this, he says. So, but hey, look, now he's got his team at midfield, and like I said, that's the play that has them here at 5-0 on the season, right? Being able to make them big plays, and you know the little guy just finding the seam right up the middle.
Short drop by Moore.
Again.
Once again, wide open over the middle. Connects up at the Madison 39-yard line. A big play. Big gain on that play. 1st down and 10 in Madison territory. Oak Cliff Rockefeller in the chat, Gerald. The New York smoke. Is he trying to give us PTSD? Like, it barely has blown away, and he's got to bring it up.
Yeah, man, that was no joke. It was like the zombie apocalypse outside.
It looked like the world was ending, and my throat hurt on Wednesday after breathing that nonsense in. There's a play I like to see. Hashtag throw it to the tight end. Xavier Solomon gets his first catch of the ball game. That one good for a gain of 6.
Yeah, he's a veteran presence on this offensive side right here, right? Him having some experience in the pros with the Carolina Skyhawks and, making big plays. There's things like that, it's especially here, having a veteran presence like that and, and being able to pump his teammates up and let them know.
Ball is handed off to Willie Smoke. Not able to gain much on that one. Spot him with a yard, 3rd down, and a manageable 3.
Yeah, and DJ Woods coming up with the huge tackle right there, right? He was man on the spot as Lexington started getting down here earlier, right? And was able to pick the ball off. Look, and this is a similar formation. I think the Lynx need to watch Mr. Ian Francis.
Moore back to throw, goes over the middle, gets it. Out to Barney Burner, a big play. 1st down and goal at the 9. They didn't go for Francis, Gerald, but that worked.
No, if you watch this replay, you're going to see Francis was triple covered in the middle right there. He had 3 guys around him, which gave Mr. Moore a chance to hit one of his larger targets at 6'3", 225 in Burner and get him inside the 10.
See what they do down here inside the red zone. 1st and goal from the 9. No score yet in the ball game. Will we see the change here? Out route up top. Tipped and nearly picked off. Oh, DJ Woods. He'd been waiting for that pick, Gerald, and almost was able to get that one. He'd still be running. Very slowly, but he'd be running.
It would have been pick 6. That's what that would have been. DJ Woods was like, I've been waiting for that one a long time, and he didn't have to wait too long. Had he picked that off, he would have got a pick 6. But fortunate enough for Chad Moore in this Miners offense that he wasn't able to reel it in.
Moore under center. 2 receivers out to the right, none to the left. Moore towards the end zone. Gets it in between. Triple coverage. And it is good for a touchdown. Ian Francis with the catch.
And who else? You hit the little guy. It don't matter if he's got triple coverage anyway, but he fit it right in there. Threw to the spot. Ian Francis just kind of ducked his way into the open spot in the end zone and he's got his team up by 6 now.
First points of the game on the board. Victor Washington on to kick for the Lexington Miners. Nick Gross on to hold. Good snap. Clean hold. Kick is on its way. Kick is good. 7-0. Lexington out in front here at home. You can visit the all-new league website presented by Football Shift at simulationfl.net, featuring all the league highlights, photo galleries, playoff and minor league stats and leaderboards, community content, and so much more. The all-new league website is at simulationfl.net.
Man, the Miners just made it look I don't say too easy, man, but they were so efficient and smooth on that drive.
Yeah, it really worked out well. They were able to methodically move the ball down the field. Great use of Ian Francis, finding him open and letting him just use his speed and size to kind of, duck tacklers.
Yeah, he found him 3 times on that drive.
They did. So it's up to Switch Thumper and the Madison Lynx to try to respond. They take over at their own 27-yard line. 3 backs in the backfield, 5 on the line for Lexington. Handed the ball off to Vicarian. He'll gain 6. 2nd down and 4.
That's a good name, Shepard Vicarian.
Vicarian, yeah. I was thinking that too. I'm like, that's just a cool last name, It almost kind of sounds like the villain in a movie, though. Like,
yeah, but that's cool.
That's Lord
man.
Vicarian. Like,
dude, yeah, that's what's up, man. Just imagine, the defense. Oh, here comes Lord Vicarian. Hey, he's got a nickname now. It's Lord Vicarian.
Lord Vicarian. Vicarian getting the swing route, gets the 1st down. Moves the chains, fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 from the 38.
Yeah, and that's a couple of good plays right there, right? They're approaching midfield. But look, and that's what they need right here, right? They need a drive that's going to answer that here. Whether you get 3 or anything like that, right? You need to get yourself past midfield and, get yourself in at least field goal range, right? To actually show, the Miners that, hey, look, man, we're not going away. We're right on your heels.
Madison 3-2 on the season, but good enough for 2nd place in the league, but there's quite a bottleneck at the middle of the league, Gerald. We've got Madison at 3-2, Annapolis, San Jose, and Lincoln all at 3-2. The Albuquerque Adams not far behind at 2-3. Tacoma and Ottawa rounding out the bottom, struggling this season, but a lot of 3-2 teams.
Yeah, it's competitive football. That's like what you see, and it's reflected in the standings right there, right? Having so many teams between what you got, 5 teams at 3-2 or 2-3 within one game of each other, there, right? 5 teams within one game of each other, and 4 of those are actually tied with the same record.
Playoffs just a couple of weeks away, and still anything can happen. We mentioned it in the opening. Lexington can secure that playoff spot with a win tonight. They'll be 6-0. But for all these other teams, all of them, they still have a chance. Oh, that pass went right to the defense, trying to go down the left sideline. Thought he had something with Dylan Lewis, but picked off, and Lexington will take over at their own 36. Gerald, I couldn't see who that was.
Yeah, but me neither right here. About to see right here. Who's that
there
number 24?
That's Andre Tucker.
And that's Andre Tucker, right? The shorter of the corners right here. But it seemed like he was just looking in the back for just read that ball, and it was just really like pitch and catch, right? It looked like it's, I don't know, may have been underthrown, thrown to the wrong shoulder or something like that, but it wasn't a very good decision.
It needed to go deeper.
Yeah, by Thumper to throw a little bit short, maybe some miscommunication there, and the Miners had the ball back.
Yeah, great recognition by Tucker to get in front of that ball, secure that catch, get the ball back for his team. And it almost went right back the other way, trying to connect with Barney Burner, and well defended by Madison.
Yeah, that was a really, really good chance right there by Mr. Rue III. I've been waiting to say that name today. Xavier Rue III.
You see any of these French names and you get all excited. There's an X in the name and you don't say it. I can't wait to say that
man,
name.
He's got Southern written all over that name. But
yeah.
Look, good for him to play that man coverage, right, and be able to look. And I'm not sure if you noticed, he ended up getting beat right off the line by Burner, but he was able to recover and come back in there and stick to his man base, knock that ball down.
In game prep, I kept saying Xavier Rux just to get Gerald riled up, because that's just the sort of person I am. Never claimed to be a good human. Willie Smoke fumbles the ball, and it looks like it was jumped on by Madison, and they'll take back over at the Lexington 40.
Vedaducci?
Is that who got it?
Is that how you pronounce it?
I think so.
Yeah, 66. Mr. Big Zebra Vedaducci.
Danny Carmichael looks like he punched it out. Zebra Vedaducci. It's the size of a zebra, 6'6", 315 pounds. Now I'm wondering how much a zebra weighs. These are the intrusive thoughts that come through my head during games.
He might even be as strong as a zebra.
He might be.
You never know. I would assume a zebra is pretty strong. They got to run from tigers and stuff.
Well, yeah, and be able to outlast them. A mountain zebra is 620 pounds. Thanks, Google.
Oh, look at this.
Madison capitalizing off of the turnover and getting into the end zone. Touchdown, Lynx. Shepard Vicarian, Lord Vicarian to the house.
Lord Vicarian comes in and says, we make a big play on defense. Vedaducci gives us the ball. Give it to Lord Vicarian and let him take it in for 40. And they are just 1 point, an extra point away from tying this game up.
J-Rock in the chat saying it's the first time that Willie Smoke has fumbled, and couldn't come at a more costly time for Lexington, as points off turnovers in effect. Madison able to capitalize, getting the touchdown one play after recovering that fumble, and now just an extra point away from tying it up. Alex Johansson on for the kick. Michael Mitchell to hold for the Lynx.
And that was huge, and that's what they needed, right? Especially after that pick, right, that they had, right? They threw the pick down there by Thumper, right, and his teammates had his back on the defensive side, and that strong defensive front, by the way. The Lynx have a very, very strong defensive front. Came through, put a hit on the running back, and they would have dropped the ball on it, and just one play later, right? They didn't go real huge and throw a big, long pass, but they definitely gave him a gut punch with that run by Lord Vicarian.
A Plains zebra is 880 pounds on average. Just getting back to the zebra conversation.
Wait, there's more than one zebra?
Listen, there's a mountain zebra. There's a Gravy's zebra, which sounds like some sort of food dish, and a plains zebra. And they all weigh different. One of those gravies zebras can get up to 990 pounds, and I would imagine if it doesn't do enough running, it might clock in over 1,000. Depends on how many lions it's running from.
Right.
We're getting off track. 7-7 ball game, 1 minute to go in the first quarter.
I would think that the plains zebra, because he's on the plains, shouldn't weigh 880 pounds because he's running from tigers all the time.
Well, it's all that muscle mass he built up.
Oh, look at this!
I don't know. They're going to call that incomplete. It looked like it might have been a fumble. Willie Smoke, wouldn't that be something if he fumbled on back-to-back plays? But psychologically, he just fumbled the ball, cost his team a touchdown, basically. Comes back out on the field. They go right back to him, and he drops the ball. But an offsides penalty would have negated it all anyway.
It was, I tell you what, one of the most impressive things about that wasn't necessarily the dropping of the ball, but Ulysses Yale, right, the non-contract guy, kind of taking a half-hearted attempt at picking it off, but just laid the shoulder in Willie Smoke's chest to bring him down to the ground to make sure Willie Smoke wasn't trying to grab that ball back.
Two backs in the backfield for Lexington. Chad Moore changing the play at the line. 5-step drop. Goes down to the bottom. Connects with Burner. He'll gain 4 on the play. 2nd and 1.
You don't see a whole lot of 1st and 5s, but that was one right there. And you pick up 4, now you get 2nd and 1. And let's see how confident like they feel giving it to Willie Smoke, right? Two plays in a row, he kind of bobbled it around, and it's a short yardage just to kind of pick it up. But let's see what they're gonna do. It's somewhat of a run formation here. 2 tight ends and 2 wideouts.
Moore under center. 2 tight ends in the set. Love it. Gets the first down by dumping it out to Smoke. He'll get back into this ball game. Gets the first down, steps out of bounds, 36 seconds to go in quarter number 1.
Yeah, and that's a good way to get a guy's confidence back too, right? Just be able to dump it off to him in space and allowing him to kind of run toward the sideline right there, pick up the first down, but also get out of bounds. Just if he was feeling a little nervous about holding the ball there, he could just, if he dropped it, it would just, hopefully fall out of bounds being that close to the edge. 3
to the right, 1 to the left. Moore under center. He's going to hand that one off to Smoke. Again, spins and gets past everybody. Oh, one man to beat and can't do it. Roscoe Jenkins with the tackle. I thought he was gone.
Dude, he almost left him in the smoke. He hit that spin move, and he just took off.
Oh, that was a beautiful run.
Dude, it's almost like, oh, man, you're alone to sleep. He hit that right there. That had a guy catching air. One more guy, and he would have been gone.
Touchdown saving tackle by Roscoe Jenkins, joining the team last week and makes a big play there. 7-7 at the end of the first quarter. You're watching the Simulation Football Minor League, presented by APM Music on YouTube. I'm Mike Daggs. He's Gerald Smith. Cameron Irvine back at SFL Studios on production. Roscoe Jenkins on the field making tackles. Chad Moore changing plays. So many things going on. Moore's going to throw on 1st and 10. Gets it up top. Burner gets the ball. Gets tackled after a gain of 4.
That was an easy 4 yards right there. But I see what the Lynx are doing right defensively. Right, they're playing a mix of man and zone, and trying to play the man when they feel like they need it. And then hitting them with his own when they feel like they needed to as well. But it seems like, the Miners are kind of hitting them on the edges right there in the out routes as well.
That was your man Xavier Rue III with the tackle too. Going to the out route once again, this time down to the bottom. Brought down by Mike Bird and DJ Woods, but another nice catch and gain for a first down. Ian Francis with it this time.
Man, I'd look at Ian Francis, and I'm not picking on the guy because of hey, but he just looks like he's in high school compared to all these huge defensive players out there, right? He's just such a little guy out there.
Son, are you in the wrong stadium?
5'10", 185 pounds. Hey, but he's playing with the big boy.
He sure is. Getting it done. 2 tight ends out to the right. And they'll be used to block, trying to make some running lanes for Willie Smoke, who's able to gain 4. They're inside field goal range. Victor Washington can easily peg one in from here if needed. Looking for the first down, though.
Yeah, Mike Bird right there is the one who actually made that tackle and prevented it from even being a lot bigger of a gain, right? He actually fought off the block right there from Ian France and was able to kind of close down on him, get him from getting too much yardage.
Moore to throw again, this time over the middle, and just bobbled and incomplete. That would have been a nice gain for him. 3rd down and 6.
What a pass by Chad Moore. He threw his tight end open.
He sure did.
And his tight end got separation, and maybe he just was like, "Ah, man, I'm kind of too wide open," and just forgot to catch the ball.
Come on, Xavier, you got to make tight ends look good. I'm still on my quest to make it, clear that tight ends are the only position that truly matters in the league. 3rd down and 6. Going over the middle, and that's how you get it done. Get the first down. Xavier Solomon with the catch. 1st and 10 from the 15.
Yeah,
Told you.
Well, I could just imagine Solomon going back to Moore and says, "I'm sorry, bro. Hit me again. I'm gonna be open.
Yeah. Try again. I got this.
I'm not gonna let you down.
Yep, I got this. Throw it to me again."
But here it is, man. Just when you thought Madison, right, was getting some kind of momentum, here the Miners coming in and just kind of just driving down that wheel almost.
Pumps out down to the bottom, but that one's well defended. Jumping up, swatting it down. Mike Bird in the chat. Madison quarterback Switch Thumper said, Chad kind of cooking right now, and yeah, he sure is. Some props to his opponent.
Right, and there it was again. Here we had another guy right there, Mike Bird. Look, and he was actually playing the flats on that one too. Way to recover by Mike Bird to be able to make his way back. At 6'4", you don't have to get a whole lot of arm up there. You just
kind of reach up and poof.
Right.
You just got to get in the way. You got to get in the passing game. That's what he did. Moore pumps.
Oh,
under pressure. Down he goes. Sacked back at the 19-yard line. Justin Marland with the tackle.
Look, and that's what Madison does, right? They have a really good defensive front and be able to put pressure on the quarterback. Because they got 2 guys on their team right now. I mean, they got one that is leading the league with 5 sacks and another one in the top 5 with 3.
And Justin Marland, one of the lesser-known players on that defensive line. He is about 500 pounds lighter than a zebra, but still got the job done. Moore into traffic, tipped and nearly picked off. It falls harmlessly to the turf, but it'll bring up a 4th and 13. Victor Washington trotting out onto the field for a field goal.
Yeah, you would hope the backup guy would come in there, but here it is. He just bounced off his hands, and DJ Woods almost had him another one this game right here, which would have been great for him if he was able to come down with it. But hey, look, at least they forced a field goal attempt right here as opposed to just, them getting a touchdown on this drive.
No wonder DJ Woods has been waiting for that interception. It looks like he touches the ball on just about every play, but only can pick him off every once in a while. I have a feeling we're going to see another Woods interception in this game. Mark my words. There's going to be 2 DJ Woods interceptions if Chad Moore keeps throwing the ball his direction. Washington on for the field goal. It's up. It's good from 35 yards, and Lexington reclaims the lead 10-7 over Madison. The SFL convention is coming to Cincinnati, Ohio in 50 days. We're at the 50-day mark right now, Gerald. They're coming on July 28th to the 30th for the Season 21 kickoff weekend. For room reservation details and the weekend schedule, you can check out the Convention Alerts channel in our SFL Discord server. Rooms are going fast. Some have already sold out. Reserve your special group rate today, and we will see you there.
Hope to see a lot of fun.
Absolutely. Lewis brings the ball up to the 27-yard line. Switch Thumper back out onto the field to try to move his team down into some scoring range. Again, Gerald, they got to get some more points on the board. They've had a few drives now. They've only been able to capitalize off one. They got to get that turned around if you're going to beat the undefeated Miners.
Yeah, and I actually think that this is going to be like a true test of like the offense and how Thumper can command it, right? Them having to go the distance down here to be able to either take the lead or tie it.
Ball tossed over the middle is complete. Ron Haynes getting it done. So now Madison trying to take a page out of Lexington's playbook on that last drive, throwing it to the tight end. The two-way player out of Florida gets the catch, gains 7, 2nd and 3.
Yeah, why not throw it to one of your biggest pass catchers, right? And a veteran presence at that, being able to play, in Florida and then come down here in the Miners and help out his team do the same thing, win games.
Short drop, 2nd and 3, out route down to the bottom, gets first down yardage and more. Back-to-back plays to Haynes. Keep it coming.
Tight ends, man. No, that's
not
Haynes.
That's Jimmy Foster.
That's another tight end.
Same thing.
Tight ends, man.
Same thing.
Hey, look, I can't lie. I have a former tight end that's one of our leading receivers that last season.
Of course you do.
So they're built good.
Hashtag throw it to the tight end. There may or may not be a sign in the Mexico City Aztec Stadium that proclaims hashtag throw it to the tight end.
Yeah, but you say hashtag throw it to the wide receiver now on my team because he's not tight end anymore.
Well, it's his fault for
of course,
making poor choices.
We have a large tight end on our team now.
As you should.
John Michael Suddes is a very large man.
He's large in real life too. Like terrifyingly so. Like you walk up to him and it's like, wow, I'm 6'2". I thought I was big. I suddenly no longer feel big.
And now look, and now he's actually our assistant GM too. So hey, look, he gets to recruit players too. Large man recruiting players. Hey, look, you're gonna come to my team and win games.
Lord Vicarian gets the first down, crosses into Lexington territory, gets up to the 48-yard line. 6.5 to go here in the first half of action.
Yeah, and here they are. They're actually in Miners territory now. Got them right across the 50 after that huge run on the last drive they had, and here they are inching toward it. As you know, we're under 7 minutes in the second quarter.
I think we've started a spat between the two DJs at linebacker. You got DJ Woods on Madison, DJ Kilgannon on Lexington, and they're going at it in the chat now about who's going to get the next pick. Trying to get that one back to Ron Haynes, and it's incomplete. Defended by Guy Incognito. 2nd down and 10.
Oh, man, we ought to pull out the tail of the tape. We ought to start listing heights and weights and current stats.
That's it.
Right?
And I don't know, man. DJ Woods, 6'1" linebacker, and then you got Kilgannon over there, 6'5". That's a big linebacker.
Yeah, that's a big guy. And they're both returning, right? So they're both minor league vets.
It's a whole lot of linebacker right there. Although their two weights combined, still less than a zebra. Thumper up top, and that one's nearly picked off. Oh, had pick 6 written all over it. But Shane Hill unable to haul that one in, 3rd down.
Yeah, Shane Hill making plays again right down that side. So here's this third and 10, right? And they're going to look, and even if they pick up just 10 yards here, I still think they're kind of far field goal range, and they don't really have, a high-paid kicker on their squad here. But here's their chance to make a play, though.
Got to keep this drive alive. Need 10 yards to do it. And they're going to hand it off. Vicarian can't quite get there. I'm not sure about that play call.
Well, I mean, when your guy ran for 40 yards and then he had almost a first down run up in the earlier drive, but it is kind of questionable there. But here we are. I mean, look, and maybe they weren't looking to turn the ball over and looking to pin them deep too, right? It's hey, look, we don't want to get ourselves in any kind of trouble, make any mistakes, so let's just kind of run it. If we pick up the first down, great. If we not, let's just punt it and pin them deep.
And here is the punt. Pete Ellis knocks that one deep. It'll drop around the 9, goes towards the goal line, rolls into the end zone for a touchback. So not able to pin them deep. In fact, only a 23-yard change there. Even if you had thrown it and it had been picked off, you wouldn't have been in much worse field position. So I don't know. I think I would have gone for it through the air. No matter what.
But you never know if it could get pick 6 and then you run into trouble, and then it definitely flips the game up on its head. So it's
true.
It's a game of emotion and momentums.
It's a big old chess match. More down to the bottom. Caught in by the man of the hour, Ian Francis. He'll get a 5-yard gain, steps out of bounds, stops the clock, 5.5.
Yep. 5 yards on an out route, right? It seems like that's one of the things they've been doing. If it ain't 5 yards on the out, they're getting about 7 or 8 on some sort of a slant or post up the middle. So, and look at that, man. 5 catches, 69 yards.
That's it. It's only not caught one that was thrown his way, and I don't even remember seeing that one. I don't know if it was well defended or what. He didn't drop it. So, not sure about that stat. But anyway, Willie Smoke surging forward. Gets a gain of 4.
The 3rd and 1. And their playbook's wide open, right? They've been favoring the pass more than the run, especially in these situations, right? It seemed like they run it on a longer yardage situation and they would pass it.
DJ the Myth entertained by Ian Francis's stat line. That's always fun. Willie Smoke gets the first down up to the 33-yard line. Keeps the chains moving. So, once again, Madison not able to capitalize off their last drive, and Lexington being methodical again. They're moving their way down the field. Still at their own 33, ways to go, but they're moving.
And that's being efficient and having somewhat of a ball control offense, right? Because they're not chucking it downfield and getting huge chunk yardage, man. They're just getting enough, 5 here, 8 there, 3, 4, and it's all equal up to first downs.
Press coverage on the field, and Lexington will throw.
Look at
throws
that.
It behind the line of scrimmage. And Willie Smoke did everything he could do there to just not drop it. And
well, when you got Ricky Phillips,
yeah,
and the zebra coming at you, I mean, it's like, dude, and that's defensive linemen,
yeah,
playing the flats of the running back.
They
that's
were
amazing.
Yeah, because Phillips and Vedaducci combined are actually about the weight of a authentic zebra. And Willie
Very
Smoke,
much.
6 foot, 210 pounds. He would have been crushed to death potentially. Smoke gets the ball, runs up the sidelines, gets a good chunk of it back, about half, cuts it down from a 2nd and 15 to a 3rd down and 8. See what they do here. I think they got to go to the air.
Yeah, and DJ Wood says, man, I can not only get my stone hands on the ball and up in the middle of the field, I can chase the guy down. I can go sideline. He's doing that for them scouts for the pros. That's
Why you got to call him out for having stone hands, man? That's
he's got to,
I mean, that's what he's shown.
Soften them up. rub your hands with some lotion, soften them up a little bit.
Need one of them stone things. Oh, look at that pass up top. Getting it out to Barney Burner. What are those stones? Like a stone you can rub on something.
I don't know.
It's not really that
stone.
important. Yeah, it's a stone.
It's a stone.
One of them abrasive stone things.
Look, it was a fingertip away from Mr. Rue knocking that ball down.
If only he was 6'5". That's all he needed. 6'4". It's rare. It's a rare day that you see a ball go over the head, over the outstretched fingertips of a 6'4" corner. But you did there. Chad Moore, back to throw. Pressure coming, gets it out. And Smoke catches it and then falls to the ground. That one's going to be a loss of 3 back into their own territory. 2nd down.
Yeah, DJ Woods and Xavier Rue bearing down on him, right? But he wasn't getting up from that, because then you had Ricky, Phillips of the zebra coming over there too. So he just I think I'm gonna just stay down, calm myself down before I get up and get just waylaid.
2 receiver set on 2nd and long. Moore, goes deep over the middle, and it's incomplete.
It hit him in the face.
Yeah,
didn't it?
I think so.
Or did Woods get one of his hands on? Oh, Woods.
Yeah, DJ Woods.
See,
old stone hands.
That's what
Woods.
I'm talking about. Look, when you have hands of stone like that, you can bat a ball back 15 yards like he did.
Bounces right off of him. Bing.
Dude, but that was somewhat of a great pass. I'm not gonna lie.
It was a beautiful
if
arching
it wasn't
throw.
for Woods getting his big stone hand on it, it would have been caught.
Yeah, you're just rubbing it in now, man. Moore under pressure, gets the pass out, and that one's incomplete. Was trying to get it to your man Francis. He couldn't catch that one.
I think was it Mike Bird got a hand on it, or did just Ian Francis just spun around and just couldn't get on it with him spinning? Maybe lost a little bit of sight of the ball. I couldn't make it out there.
Myth in the chat, not the commenters roasting my stone hands. We're just calling what we see, DJ. We're just calling what we see.
Yeah, otherwise, coach might have said, let's have you be a tight end.
Oh, wow. Victor Ironleg on the punt. Gets this one down inside the 15. They'll return it up to the 19, and Madison has 2 minutes, 17 seconds to try to take their first lead of the ball game, or at least tie it back up. Are you liking the game so far? Are you liking us roasting the stone hands of DJ? Smash that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. The SFL produces over 400 events a year. There's nobody else that gives you more football. Don't miss a minute of SFL or SFLm action. Help the channel grow through your support. Thank you for helping the SFL reach 10 years of operation through your viewership. Thumper has time, gets it out, gets the completion to Chris Sunseri. That was, he had to throw that one on a rope.
Yeah, he threw it, and I don't know how it got there. Had the linebacker just sitting right there, and he just missed it. I don't know how he missed it right there. Holy smokes! Bill Crenshaw, right? The backup outside linebacker tries to swat it down and just quite get it.
2-minute warning here in Lexington. The Miners down by 3. They've got the ball. They're on the move. Can they score before the half? We'll find out right now. I formation, only one wide receiver on the field. Not the greatest for a no huddle type scenario, but they're probably, they got all 3 timeouts. They got time. They're not looking at that quite yet.
Whoa.
Oh, Woods over the middle. Excuse me, Thumper over the middle. See, I got DJ Woods on the brain now. I'll get there. Ron Haynes with the catch going back to the tight end. A winning formula, if I must say.
Well, the way Ron Haynes got released off the line of scrimmage, man, that was an easy pitch and catch right there.
3 wide receivers set now, all to the bottom of the screen. They're going to hand this one off to Lord Vicarian. Vicarian breaking tackles and taking names for 7 yards. 2nd down and 3.
Man, he almost broke it loose right there.
He
Broke
sure
the
did.
tackle in the back. Shoot, man, if it wasn't for Noah Davis coming out there and being able to pull him down, I think he might be still running.
2nd down and 3 in Lexington territory. Clock is rolling. Clock's still on their side. I imagine we'll see a timeout at some point here coming up. They hand it back off to Vicarian. Oh, can't get the first down because he gets wrecked. That was Kilgannon. Yep, DJ Kilgannon, the other DJ. We're going to go back to that set. Can he get the first? He does, and they'll go into the hurry up. Now is when I recommend that timeout.
Yeah, they need to call a timeout.
See what they do. Thumper back to Vicarian. Vicarian says, you don't need a timeout. I'm going to do this myself. Gets the first down, and they do call a timeout as they get right on the edge of field goal range. But I think for Alex Johansson, they need to get a little closer.
Man, I was actually thinking right there, man, like after that first play where Kilgannon comes in and lays a hit right on.
Yeah, I didn't think they'd go back
on Vicarian's leg.
Yeah.
He just looked like he just felt awkward, and there's Lord Vicarian coming through and picking up 11 yards on that last try.
Thumper under center on 1st down. 41 seconds to go at the Lexington 30. Thumper will throw. 7-step drop. Throws.
He's wide open.
Only the ref was in coverage, getting it back out to Ron Haynes. Ref nearly swatted that one down, Gerald. He tried. He even reached out for it.
Yeah, he tried. He tried to ruin that drive. I mean, the Miners
sure
are at
there's
home.
rules against it. Thumper throws a short one over the middle, gets that to Dylan Lewis. They'll burn their 2nd timeout. 22 seconds to go. 2nd down and 5 from the 11. Great position for him here.
Right. Look, and after that long play, to Ron Haynes, I would have liked them to see them take a timeout at that point, right, to save a little bit of time right there, because you are close. Because all they got off of that last one probably wasted close to 10 to 15 seconds of game clock when they could have just got closer and then did the hurry up from this point with the 1 timeout left.
2 receivers out to the right. Quick
Holy
pass
smokes.
over the middle into the end zone. Touchdown, Madison. They take their first lead of the game. Dylan Lewis with the catch and the score.
And what a short drop, and he threw it to that spot just like an arrow route, like right up the middle. Was wide open off of that man coverage, and here they are, and they have just taken the lead on the undefeated Miners at home.
They sure have. 19 seconds to go. Short of a kick return for a touchdown. Guessing this will be the score at the half, well, assuming this extra point by Johansson. Looking at 14-10 ahead of, like you said, the undefeated Lexington Miners. See this play first. Extra points up. Extra points good. 14-10. They have the lead. So, I can't really say a lot's on the line for Lexington. If they win, they clinch a playoff spot. Lincoln and San Jose both play each other in the same window right now, and one of them will suffer their 3rd loss. So, Lexington is 6-0. The worst that they can finish is 6-2. And only 4 teams could potentially reach that record. So, almost more on the line for Madison in this game, being 3-2. Can't really afford a loss and have those other 3-2 teams get out in front of you. Right now, you're listed in 2nd in the standings. You got to win to keep up there.
Yeah, and look, it's a playoff game for Madison right here,
Pretty
right?
much.
Even though you only you have this and a couple more left. I mean, it's a playoff game right now. Seeing how tight it is in there, I mean, you can't afford to lose any ground. And look, And what better yet, better way to prepare yourself for the playoffs than play an undefeated team right now in almost a must win. Like you said, it's not really a must win, but it feels like a must win.
It's a must win if you don't want to fall down the standings, that's for sure. Out route up to Barney Burner. I don't know, they might be setting themselves up for Hail Mary range here. 11 seconds to go. The clock stops. They have all 3 timeouts, but unless they get a real nice gain on this next play, probably won't see them use those.
Yeah, and I think if they get themselves, across the 40 right here, a little bit closer to midfield, you might see a Hail Mary range, you might see a timeout, and then them, attempt a Hail Mary, but we'll see how they try and tackle this.
Yeah, we'll see what they want to do here. More under center. He will throw as time goes down to the bottom. Oh, that almost cost him dearly, Gerald.
Oh. There's Aminu on that end, but it was a tip up right there by Mike Bird. Look, and they've actually starting to get a handle on what they're trying to do, right, with some of those out routes and corner routes right there. So they, credit to these corners being able to recognize what the Miners are trying to do to their defense and making the proper adjustments.
More under center with 6 seconds to go. See if they can do a quick pass, get some more yards. They do. They will not call a timeout. They're kind of outside of Hail Mary range. So that is your score at the half. Madison 14, Lexington 10. As we knew this was going to be a great game, Gerald, but, Madison leading at the half, not sure anybody actually expected them to have the lead going into the half. Could be anybody's game. Still a lot of football left. As we take a look at the stats and highlights at the half, your thoughts so far on the game?
Yeah, and what has actually stepped up for Madison, going into the the latter part of that half was the defense kind of started playing a little bit tighter and everything else, right? So, look, and credit to the way that the like Madison has actually ran the ball right behind their their star guard on the offensive side of John Smith being able to help open up them holes and and get Lord Vicarian the yards he needs. But, the defense is coming through, and they're actually starting to play a lot cleaner, Madison. So, and for Lexington, look, and they just need to get back to what they do best, right? Kind of protect the ball, and they had two drives ended on a fumble was one. Well, no, they had 2 turnovers. They had interception and a fumble, and the fumble was the one that kind of seemed like it got Madison back in the game. So
it did, yeah.
Just
they scored on the next play,
right? And and so you get down to it.
It is.
Yeah,
there it is right there.
So look, you get down to it, just protect the ball and just do what you've done all season to get yourself at 5-0 at this point.
Yeah, absolutely. And like we talked about earlier too, the draft coming up. A lot of excitement leading up to the draft. There's been a lot of trades so far. I think more pre-draft trades than we've ever seen, including a blockbuster trade with the Seattle Nemesis securing the number 1 overall pick from Queen City. The Corsairs will receive Seattle's first round pick and second round pick in this season's draft, and their first and third round pick in next season's draft. That's some serious draft capital to get that number 1 pick. They must have their eye on somebody specific that they thought was going to be targeted by a lot of teams.
Yeah, look, and not only that, right, with all the teams kind of moving up, and Louisiana is one of those teams, right, being able to get themselves in a draft, get yourself in a very good position to draft those guys of need, right? And what, is going to happen in this, SFL draft is something they haven't had before where I think it's going to be near 100% of these players are going to find themselves on a team at the end of the draft. So, and that's what we want, right? To get all these guys that are out here busting their behind out there, on the field right now, to get those guys on teams. And, and guys are moving up in the draft and making moves to be able to make that happen.
Lexington starts with the ball here in half number 2, now trailing for the first time in the ball game. I'm Mike Daggs. He's Gerald Smith. Cameron Irvine, our producer. Been a great game so far. Not a ton of scoring, but enough to be exciting. If you like offensive battles, if you like defensive battles, if you like special teams, turnovers, it's had a little bit of everything so far. So some great action. Excited to see how the second half unfolds. More with a 5-step drop. Going back to that out route, and Gerald, that's almost cost them a few times, and once again swatted down Ulysses Yale with the SWAT, and we're going to see a pick six on one of those.
Yeah, they're actually look if he had one of his teammates real close to him, he probably would have picked that right off and kind of took it in. But looking back to what you're saying, we had all kind of stuff this game. We got zebras, we got stones, we got hands of stone.
Mm-hmm.
We got little people, big people. We got smoke. We got a lord.
We got
a lord.
We have royalty on the field.
Right?
Well, not right now. He's on the bench right now.
So there's a whole lot of fun being had.
So many things going on. A lot of tight end action. We've seen all three top tight ends from these two squads with catches so far in this one. Moore back to throw under pressure. Dips the tackle, but then gets sacked, brought down by the. I thought that was the zebra. It ain't the zebra.
It is the zebra.
Was it the zebra?
That's
there he
zebra.
is.
Good Lord.
I thought Dean Lear got him, but no, that was the zebra.
Oh man, look at this.
What, he sack him and roll away? Oh, that's what he did. That's why I saw the other guy. So he got his sack.
Dude,
he rolled away.
He worked and just moved in and zipped in and did all that good stuff. I was like, oh man, but that's what Madison does.
We got two DJs. DJ the Myth, he's like, we got DJs in the game. Yeah, it's a couple of them. It's a DJ on each side. The music's great. Moore down.
Look at this!
Oh, down the right sideline and picked off. Mike Bird. He's still going. He's got a convoy out in front of him. Blockers all the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Madison. They extend their lead.
And Madison has been playing defense really good in the secondary on the latter part of last half, being able to knock balls down. It was only a matter of time before he picked one off. And look at Mike Bird jump up and get it.
Yep.
And there's a little guy, Ian Francis, rolling on the ground,
trying to make a little block.
Right, and then there it is, Mike Bird taking it in. Look, and they took full control of this game, and it's now a 2-score game right now. Yeah,
and this is the drive that Madison's defense needed. I mean, Lexington's been going out there, and listen, they've only surrendered 10 points, but Lexington's gone out there, and it just methodically working their way down the field repeatedly on these drives, and it's been tiring out the Madison defense. Now they come out there, the zebra gets a big sack, and then that ends up leading to Moore throwing the ball into coverage. Bird's been everywhere throughout this game, jumps up, uses that 6'4" frame, gets the pick, uses his blockers. That was an amazing convoy that he had out in front,
wasn't it?
Laying those blocks. And all the way to the house, 21-10 out in front by 2 scores. Have you ever wanted to be the play-by-play or analyst broadcaster on SFL live games? The SFL is looking for passionate SFL participants or viewers like you to join the team for the minor league season and ahead of season 21's kickoff in July. Please visit simulationfl.net/broadcasting for more details on how you can get involved to get your voice on the call. Not a whole lot of weeks left in the minor league season. We've got but 2. There will be games on June 16th and June 23rd. So if you'd like to try out for broadcasting, today's the day. So get those applications in. It's just a simple Google form. It's not intimidating. Then you get to talk to Chris Curtis. He's kind of scary sometimes, but he doesn't bite a lot. So give it a shot. Chad Moore under pressure and gets it out. Smoke stiff arming defender, makes a nice gain out of what looked like could be a broken play. Moore in the pocket though, Gerald. That's
Chad Moore took a hit after he threw it, but I don't know how he's still composed back there.
That's what I'm saying.
He didn't have no care in the world.
No.
He's like got chaos all around him. He's like that meme or GIF people see with the little doggy sitting down at the table drinking coffee saying everything's fine.
Everything's fine. The world's burning around them. Yeah, Moore's like, it's good. I'm probably going to get sacked. It's fine. Had a nice clean pocket that time, and it pays off as he's able to connect with Alex Jackson down the left sideline, gets the first down. San Jose at Lincoln. That game's at the half. San Jose with 7, Lincoln with 27. So that one a wee bit more lopsided than this one, although Madison trying to make this one lopsided too. Lexington trying to claw their way back into it.
Yeah, but look, and Madison need to stick with the girl that brought him here, right, and stay tough on.
I thought that was a catch. Carmichael swats it down.
Dude, I don't know if he did. I don't know. It was kind of close. It's hard to see. I mean, it's on the far side of the field, but, watching that, what was that? What do you want to call that thing that just popped up there? Was that like sliders for a mixing machine there? Like that was a little bit of something. Sorry, we got crazy stuff happening in the booth.
Second down and 10. Chaos on the field, chaos in that pocket, chaos up here in the booth. Third down and 10 as that pass is swatted down. DJ Woods letting everybody know it was incomplete.
Yep. DJ. Them hands, man.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I don't even think he was
hands.
involved in that play. I'm pretty sure he was just like letting everybody know. Look at the ref said incomplete, so I'm going to do it too. All right.
He was there. He got a hand
Yeah,
on
he was
it.
in the area. It's kind of like Jeffrey Dax's player. He's always kind of in the area of the play and never really does anything with it. Moore has all day in the pocket, throws a duck, and it's incomplete. Was trying to go to Francis, couldn't catch it.
Moore, I don't know how he's doing it. He just doesn't care. He's just so composed. So yep, I'm gonna wait for my guy to get open. I'm gonna make a good throw. It'll impress Mr. Matt Wilson, the Hall of Famer, when I throw it. But everybody else not so much.
Old man Ironleg out on the field to punt this one away. I have no idea what his age is. That's not nice. Victor Ironleg, the 6'3", 200-pound punter, standing back at his own 20. Good thing he's 6'3". That high snap hauled in. Gets the punt away, goes down at the other 25-yard line, spinning up to the 29-yard line. He's Lewis. And that is where Madison, with their 11-point lead, will take over on offense. Man, Gerald, if they can get down the field and get another touchdown, 3-score ball game when it looked like at the beginning, Lexington, again, they've only put up 10 points, but it looked like it was all Lexington.
Right. Look,
Not anymore.
I think for Lexington, this is a huge defensive series for them.
Short drop by Thumper under pressure. Gets the pass away, but had his legs wrapped up by Ian Loudon. Second down.
Dude, I just lost him. I thought he was about to throw it. Next thing you know,
He's
he was
just
on
gone.
the turf.
Yeah, he's down. The ball's bouncing away, but they'll call it a forward pass. Fortunately for Thumper, there's his stats: 103 yards, interception. Quarterback rating is 73.5. He's working on that. But hey, when your stats are 100 yards and an interception, and you're winning 21-10, I guess you can be okay with those stats. Dylan Lewis gets the catch. Gains 4, 3rd and 6.
Yeah, his defense has been doing really, really good, right? Putting his offense in really good positions to score, and his defense actually picked up a score themselves.
They did indeed.
So, and then you got Lord Vicarian, and John Smith paving the way for Lord Vicarian to kind of run the ball like they've been too.
3 receiver set. Running back and the tight end. They throw it to the running back. The Lord himself breaking tackles, gets the first down, steps out of bounds at the 42-yard line, moves the chains. They keep the drive going.
Dude, and look, and doesn't it look like Madison is looking more fluid on offense
and relaxed?
Yeah, like Lexington looked early on in the game. It seemed like they're just kind of flip-flopped. You typically don't see that, right? Especially at home, especially the Miners being 5-0 and just kind of cruising along, and the Miners all, the Lynx are all jumbled up with everybody else that's 3-2.
5-step drop by Thumper, gets it up top, connects to Ron Haynes, and look at him go. Tight ends can run with the ball after the catch. Why not? First down up to the Lexington 35. Ricky Phillips, big number 98. He's on the bench right now, but he also just got off work, and he's here for the game now. So that's it's good. It's good their 6'5" defensive end showed up.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And he just saw his teammate grab one for 23 yards on the catch right there.
Hashtag throw it to the tight end, says James Walters. He knows what's up.
Yeah, that hashtag has been...
It's infamous.
It is.
Oh, look at this.
Oh!
There's the throw to the tight end. Oh, he can't haul it in, though. Bailey with the defense. Another one of those nice arcing balls.
It was perfectly put.
Yeah.
If it wasn't for the DB hitting him right as the ball got there, I think he reels it in. Oh, man. That would have been a great catch by Mr. Ron Haynes right there to put his team far into the red zone.
Yeah. Second down and 10. Go back to him. He'll get it.
The touch on that pass was amazing by the quarterback.
Oh, Thumper sees something. Changing that play at the line.
So I'm throwing it to Ron.
He's telling Ron. Ron's the only guy over there. So Ron stays in the block. They're going to hand that one off to Vicarian. I'm going to say that wasn't the best of audibles, but 103 yards on 15 carries. Not bad passing that 100-yard mark, and he's got a touchdown.
No, with them calling the audible like that, I ain't mad at it, right? I'm like, hey, look, you called the audible, you saw something, you thought something was there, defense just made a good
play. Give it
play,
a shot.
So.
Hey, you're up 2 scores. I mean, if you're going to try something, now's the time. And once again, on 3rd and long, they go to the ground. They've done this a few times and get it up to the 29. For a lot of kickers, this is field goal range. Alex Johansson hasn't really shown in the past that he's able to kick one this far. They might be forced to punt. And they got Johansson out there, so he's going to try to make me eat my own words.
Yeah, he's like, we're going to put it up 2 full touchdowns. Give it to me. He's got that nice orange stripe on his boot right there. He's ready.
He's got his striped shoe, striped like a zebra, if you will. This one's going to be from 45 yards out from the left hash.
Oh.
The snap is low, but it's up. The kick is on its way, and I am eating my words. 46 yards for Johansson. He gets the field goal, and like you said, Gerald, up 2 full touchdowns.
Yeah, and he has some length on it, too, man. He kicked it, and he had
he had another 5 yards.
Oh, he had more than 5 yards.
I guess he can kick it for more than 50.
I don't know. Maybe it's with the wind. He had some leg on that one.
Yeah, apparently I don't know nothing about Alex Johansson.
Sign that man.
This summer, you can play the SFL video game on the go on the Retroid Pocket 3 Plus, an emulator for 4K23 in the palm of your hand. Order your Retroid today at GoRetroid.com. Search SFL or go through the all-new league website at SimulationFL.net. Retroid is the official console of the SFL, and it even is emblazoned with an SFL logo on the back, which is some pretty cool stuff, Gerald.
It is. It's kind of a thing of beauty. I'm waiting for my wife to allow me the extra allowance.
Yeah.
To be able to buy it.
She won't buy it and don't tell her, man.
She won't give me an advance.
You got a credit card, don't you?
I need approval to use it.
You have my approval.
Okay, you can talk to her about it.
I'll just distract her. I'll just start talking about the yellow house that I stole from her in Jacksonville.
Hey, look, and guess what we bought?
A yellow house.
House.
I know, just to like rub it in. I don't know.
Well, she also has the yellow house you stole. You made it in 3D.
Well, Matt printed that.
Yeah. That's a good man. That's a great man.
He is a great man. Anyhow, back to the game. More. Down to the bottom. Stops from going out of bounds and gets a gain of 4 on the play. 3rd down and 3 from their own 30-yard line.
He was so close.
DJ Woods. See, your first mistake was getting a wife.
She
Tell us about it.
Yeah. she forced me into it.
We got over 40 combined years of marriage.
Yeah.
Up here in the booth. It's over 4 long decades for those of you keeping score. Willie Smoke gets the first down up to the 38-yard line. Good thing they don't like football and they're not listening to this broadcast.
And you know what? I say you need to listen to the broadcast. It's pretty entertaining.
Yeah.
No, don't do it.
No.
Don't do it. Well, my wife and your lovely wife as well will be at the convention. So if you're interested to see these very, very mean women.
No, beautiful women. You said.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
You said beautiful women.
I misspoke.
Yep. It happens. More in the gun. 2 receivers out. Remember that time Cam tried to get you 2 divorced?
Yes.
More pumps, fires over the middle, incomplete. Oh, look who swatted that one down. Old Stonehands Woods in the coverage.
Mm-hmm. Don't say it.
Well,
he said don't say it.
He said in the chat,
He
don't you say it.
He said, don't you say it.
Listen, we're in the. If you want something else said in the booth, then go to simulationfl.net/broadcasting. Sign up to be a broadcaster, and then you can say what you'd like. Until you do, and Stone Moore in the gun on 2nd down and 10. Short pass up top. And it pays off. Francis gets the catch, turns upfield, gets a gain of 5, gets the tackle. Look at that. Mike Bird, 4 passes defended, and an INT. He's had a great game on defense.
And that doesn't include his tackles that he's had, right? And I think somebody miscounted on this crew, that graphic there because Mike Bird has been tipping balls all over the place. What I really want to know is how many does DJ Woods have, because he's been batting balls all over the place.
Moore grabs the low snap, throws it right to the line of scrimmage on 3rd down, and they'll only gain 3. So Lexington down 2 touchdowns, not able to capitalize on this drive, well outside field goal range. So they're going to have to punt this one away. 4 minutes, 20 seconds to go in quarter number 3. Still plenty of time.
Yeah, and it looks like they might going to try maybe draw them off sides or something like that. But I think it's a situation where you go here. I mean, I would go because you haven't done a whole lot of nothing.
Yeah, no.
On
Instead,
offense.
they're going to call a timeout, and in the first
It's
half,
too early for that right now.
First half, I'm with you. If it's 4th and 2 from midfield, and you want to see if you can get them to jump, and you call a timeout, fine. But listen, you're down 2 scores. You're not going to go for it apparently, and now you just burned a timeout. To me, that's a mistake. You got 2 timeouts left, and you might critically need those timeouts. You got to get 2 touchdowns back on the board. And so far in this game, I mean, through 2.5 quarters, you've only put up 1. Quarter and a half to go. We'll see what happens. Iron Leg punts this one away, comes down at the 12. And Lewis looked like he knew he was about to get clobbered. Did the Lake Man shuffle for 2 yards. 1st down and 10 for the Lynx from the 14-yard line. I imagine we'll see a heavy dose of Lord Vicarian on this drive. As you know, they got their 2-score lead. No reason to take any risks. Just hand the ball off, get some running yards, see what they do.
Yep, and look, and the Miners have got to come up with a big stop here and just not allow them to get any points.
Yeah.
I mean, a 3-and-out would be great for morale.
Right.
Not only that, it would give you really good field position for your offense if you're able to stop them to a 3-and-out here.
Vicarian with 113 yards, averaging 6.6 per carry. He had that long of 39 earlier on. He's had himself a good game. Got 4 there, and probably see him get the ball again. Lexington hoping they can punch it out like Carmichael did earlier on the other side. Carrion surges forward. Only gained 3 on the play. Sets him up with 3rd down and 3. Do you think they'll go back to him? I mean, they were going to him on 3rd and 10.
I do think that they like the matchup right when they come out in that 3 or 4 wide receiver set, and then they kind of run it there, but.
Different look here.
I would like to see them. I mean, because it's a great formation to get the ball to Ron Haynes.
Yeah, as I say, Ron Haynes down there on the bottom, hand in the grass to hand the ball off. Oh, and Lexington all over that one. A delayed handoff, and Brenda Puff wraps him up, brings him down. There's that 3-and-out that you said. Some morale going up on the Miners sideline.
Yeah, and Brenda Puff comes in there and says, "Yep, you didn't fool anybody by that type of play you did there. She was in the backfield so fast."
Pete Ellis standing where they line up the ball for an extra point, all the way down there. Punt back to the 45. Forward progress brings him up to the 46 before he's tackled by David Wapo, the backup strong safety, and see what Lexington can do on this drive. 54 yards away from the end zone. They need a touchdown, Gerald. I mean, Victor Washington can peg some long field goals, but, you know, it's a 2-score game. If they get a field goal on this drive, it's a 2-score game still. So see what they can do here. More in the gun to get things started. Quick pass over the middle, going back to the tight end, Xavier Solomon. He'll gain 9, 2nd and 1.
Look, and that's what he's going to have to do, right? It's going to have to now. I mean, they got themselves in a situation where it seemed like they're going to have to lean on their, on their veteran quarterback right there on the team to be able to kind of lead them to victory right here, right? Because their run game has been really non-existent, and they've been struggling. I mean, they need something to spark, and I think it started with that defensive stop at that 3-and-out.
Moore with a quick out route down to the bottom. That one good for a 1st down. Barney Burner putting those cleats down into the turf to turn up field. He'll get the first. You saw the quarterback comparison pop up there, Gerald. Chad Moore with 2 picks. One of them was pick 6. That's part of what's hurt them so far here in the second half.
Yeah, and they look, and them just being anemic on offense, man. They've been. I I hate to say it, but they've been kind of terrible on offense for a little minute now. I mean, they got to get that corrected.
There we go. Out route up top. See, that's one of the things that we were seeing more through that too quickly on some of the previous plays with that out route, and then it was jumped and swatted down by Bird. He even had that pick six. That was on a deeper play. But that time, Moore waited a second. Bird came up too far and then got that out route complete.
Right. He let those routes mature, like I say, right? He let them mature a little bit longer, get a little bit more separation, better throw the ball over the defender's head there.
2nd down and 6. Moore back to throw again, this time going down to the bottom into traffic, but the out route works once again. His son Siri gets the catch. 1st down and 10 from the 30. They're in field goal range now, but again, touchdowns is what the doctor ordered here.
Yeah, and this is the way it is right here, right? So you come down, you are in field goal range, but I think a touchdown here is more important to be able to give your offense that much more confidence and give your defense a little bit more of somewhat of a momentum boost, right? Because you don't know how many times you're going to get down here because, Madison has stopped you for the better part of the game now.
Moore hands the ball off to Willie Smoke. He'll gain a yard as the final moments of quarter number 3 tick away. Probably see one more play here in the 3rd quarter. As we get a look at, they labeled it wrong. It should say Stonehands. Have we overdone that one yet?
No, never. As long as it keeps batting them down.
Moore standing at the 35, wide open over the middle. Alex Jackson. He gets the 1st down, and that brings us to the end of quarter number 3. 3 quarters in the books. 11 minutes remains here in Lexington, Kentucky. The undefeated Miners trailing by 14. You're watching the Simulation Football Minor League presented by APM Music on YouTube. I'm Mike Dykes. He's Gerald Smith. Willie Smoke, 52 yards on the ground.
I mean, he's not having a bad game, right? Getting over 4 yards a carry, but it just hasn't looked good, if that makes any sense.
More over the middle into the end zone. Touchdown. That's how you start quarter number 4. Xavier Solomon with the catch, checking on the pulse of the ball.
The linebackers completely vacated the center of the field, and Xavier Solomon was left with, look at this. Look at the linebackers just running out of the way. About time they realized that.
Yep.
Aminu realized, oh, crap, I'm going the wrong way. I have priority up the middle. It was too late. A good quarterback like Moore and a good tight end to be able to stick to his route and Solomon and make sure he secured the catch and run it in. That's a perfect pitch and catch, and this gets the Miners back in the game. And now we're going to see what they're going to do on defense to be able to stop the Lynx here.
Yeah, absolutely. They got the touchdown they needed. Kick is up. Kick is good. Trailing only by 7 now and a full quarter to go. This is still anyone's ball game. APM Music is unrivaled music to bring your stories to life, inspiring every production with the world's most robust and constantly refreshed music collection, state-of-the-art technology, and world-class customer service. APM Music is the official soundtrack of the Simulation Football League. To explore their library and find the perfect track for your projects, visit apmmusic.com. And Gerald, we were actually talking about this pregame. Just the soundtrack that the league has, it just, it just adds that next level element to the production. It's the right sound for the league.
It's exciting, right? For those of us who've been around here a long time and have actually heard it for so many years.
Yeah.
It's like when you hear it, it's almost like, hearing another league's like tune that they use for TV and everything else. When that thing pops on, I'm like,
it's SFL time, man.
It's time. It gets me excited and gets me pumped. It's like almost like hype music.
That's it. Well, especially as a broadcaster too, when you're getting ready for pregame and you hear that music playing and you're ready to get going, and then you hear the trumpets when the game's starting. It's like, all right, it's game time. Vicarian with a gain of 6, now up to 119 yards. So now changes up the offense a bit, right, Gerald? I mean, they went to nothing but Vicarian on that last drive, ended up going 3 and out. Now they still have the lead, but just one score. Can maybe incorporate the pass again.
Yeah, I think, because one of the most successful things they had in passing the game was getting it to Ron Haynes. I think in some situations, right, you look for that guy, that veteran tight end, to come off the line and be able to separate himself.
Thumper hands this one off to Vicarian again. Vicarian telling the broadcast crew that they don't know what they're talking about. He can get the 1st down all by his onesie. First and 10 up to the 37-yard line. Shepard Vicarian getting it done.
Yeah, I bet he's sitting there referring to himself in the third person. Don't question the Lord.
Yeah, don't question Lord Vicarian.
You watch him do this. So and he picks up the first down and resetting the downs. I think most important, and I think what it's just going to be weird for me to say, it seems like the way they've done the last few plays that they've had on offense, they've been doing something not to lose the game. You can't do that because sometimes you do exactly that.
Thumper
Look at this.
Throws this one to a wide open Ron Haynes. Hashtag throw it to the tight end, and you'll find yourself in Lexington territory. First down from the Lexington 44.
And just as I say, they're trying to play not to lose the game. They come out, Thumper's like, yeah, I'm going to toss it to Mr. Haynes here. He's going to catch it. We're going to get a huge gain and show you that, hey, we're just not trying to, sit back and just,
that's it.
Hope the game ends, quicker than normal. We're still in attack mode and is going to try and win this thing.
First down in Lexington territory. Two receivers out to the right. Two backs in the backfield. Thumper.
Holy
back
smoke.
to pass, throws over the middle, and that one is complete to a wide open Dylan Lewis. He's got 61 yards on 6 catches now, Gerald.
I felt like I disrespected these guys for 2 plays in a row. They throw 20-plus yard passes here, and they got themselves on the edge of the red zone here and look like they're just making it look easy right now. So, and I think Lexington thought the same thing on this drive. Right? Hey, look, man, they're just going to do what they did on drive before, and we're going to stop them. They're going to try and run us, try and milk the clock out, but that's just not what they're doing.
Nope, and this is costly for Lexington if they can't get a turnover, and on that note, they jump off sides. Ball to Vicarian behind the line of
they're going
scrimmage.
to decline this. Look at this.
Yeah, they're going to decline that for sure. It was 5 yards behind the line of scrimmage when he caught it, but he ends up gaining about 13 on the play, or more, actually. I think he's inside the 10. So if they can't get a turnover, almost certainly it's going back to a 2-score ball game. So that nice drive that you just had, all for naught.
Right, because I mean, the defense just had to step up, and they just haven't been able to do it right here, right? Because they got down there like, hey, look, we got yourself into 3 and out, right? Offense is motivated, goes down there, picks up a touchdown, gets it within a score. But the defense had to step up right here to be able to get a stop, and they just haven't done it. I mean, they've thrown the ball on the last 3 plays and picked up chunk yardage each time.
Thumper hands it off to Vicarian. Vicarian looking for his second touchdown on the game. Can't do it there. He will gain a yard. Second down and goal. Undefeated Lexington Miners looking up at that scoreboard. Only down a score, but looking at the field, man, Madison's getting close.
Yeah, and look, and Madison's do it. I think here's another recipe here for Mr. Ron Haynes, right? I think Thumper might be looking for him right here.
And they do indeed go to Haynes. Haynes catches it, falls into the end zone. Touchdown, Madison, and Gerald is Nostradamus.
And look, and Ron Haynes runs a perfect route, right? He sees the linebackers dropping back. He cuts the route a little bit short, turns it in right there, and he's like, don't worry about it, Thumper. I'm better to get the rest done, and he does. And now they're back up 2 scores.
Ron Haynes getting into the end zone for the touchdown. Extra point pending, and they'll be back up by 14 points. Now Lexington with 8 minutes to go in the ball game. They gotta get downfield. They gotta stop this Madison offensive attack. Get the ball back, score again, just to tie the ball game up. They got a big hill to climb here coming up. And Gerald, they did a great job, the Lexington defense, in the first half, as the extra point is up and good. They did a great job of really controlling the ball game and keeping Madison off the scoreboard. It wasn't until the 19 seconds left in the first half that Madison was actually able to take their first lead of the ball game. But once they did, not only have they not looked back, but their offense switched it up a gear, and they've been running all over this Lexington defense, both running and the pass game.
Yeah, it's almost like somebody, what they call it, like the floodgates, right? Like when you open it all, everything just comes rushing in. So it seems like once they took that lead, they're like, hey, look, we're not looking back.
Yep. Yeah, that'll be the last lead change of the night. Thank you. We'll see how that plays out.
Look, and coincidentally, didn't it coincide with their defensive end, Ricky Phillips, getting home from work to see his team? It came in there and gave that extra motivation.
He's a good luck charm. It's like when you see it in the movies and, everyone's like struggling at the half, and then all of a sudden the teams come out of the second half all slumped down, and Here comes the star player all geared up, running out of the tunnel. He's here. Yeah, that's when everything changed. Moore swings that one out to the smoke. Smoke gained 6. There's plenty of time. But they got to keep moving and also work the sidelines, try to conserve some of that time.
Yeah, dude. But I think at this point, man, you got to go tempo, right? Because you've only gotten down there to score a touchdown twice.
Yeah.
And you've gotten down there 3 times to even get yourself in a position to score. So I think you got to go tempo because you don't know how much. I mean, the time's going to run out, and you don't know how many more times you're going to be able to get down there.
Yeah, and, you could score right here on this play, and Madison could come right back down the field and score another touchdown. So Ian Francis gets to catch his 8th of the ball game, but they're content to huddle back up.
Yeah, and I don't like them.
I see you motioning for the no huddle. You're like,
yeah,
oh.
I'm like, oh man, you got to go tempo, man, because they got to keep going, right? Because the way it's going right now, it seems like they're going to run out of time. You can't take up a whole lot of time right now.
Madison pass defenders playing about 9 yards off the line of scrimmage. They'll throw right over the middle, and that one will be complete. A nice pitch and catch by Moore. Connecting up with Chris Armstrong, one of the backup wide receivers. First down and 10 as Armstrong goes back to his favorite activity of standing on the sidelines.
Yeah, watching his teammates hopefully succeed here.
He's a fantastic cheerleader for his team. 3 wide receiver set, split backs in the backfield. Moore under center. Short drop by Moore. Still looking composed in the pocket. Gets it out to Smoke. But Smoke only able to gain 2, and it's going to cost them another 40 seconds as they huddle back up.
Yeah, I think I feel like not that they have to go deeper routes, man, but if you're doing 7 or 8, 7 to 15-yard routes, right, I think you're okay and you're completing them, but it's like, man, like you can't, the time's getting too close right now.
276 in the yard game for Chad Moore, 2 touchdown passes. He's also got 2 picks that the graphic designer conveniently left off. One of those being the pick 6 that helped get Madison their first 2-score lead of the ball game. 3rd down and 6 now after another short play.
Yeah, and it's puts them in a situation right here. And one of the worst things, if they don't pick this up, they have to go for it. If they decide to do something like a punt, I think they're taking a chance here. So if they don't pick it up here, it's 4-down territory.
Yeah,
so whatever
agree.
Play you have right here, have another one dialed up.
And that one's tipped and nearly picked off. 4th down and 6 as that one is swatted away by Joseph Lama. DJ Woods in the chat says, man, I'm on fire. And he has been on fire. It's a good thing that stone doesn't burn. So we'll see what Lexington does here on 4th down. Do they bring the offense out? No, Gerald, they don't. They got Victor Ironleg on to punt, try to pin Madison deep. So they're putting the game on the shoulders of the defense.
Yeah. Look, and as of now, I know the game ain't over, but I got to get defensive game planning props right to the defensive coordinator for this for Madison right now, because dude, I mean they've actually shut down this offense, right? And they knew what they wanted to do, right? They said, hey, you want to dink and dunk us to death or something like that, but we're not going to allow it. And they didn't allow it.
Right.
Even at the pro level, it's something that's really, really hard to stop. But they've actually done something to slowed it down to a halt, and they've struggled.
Those out routes were just not working.
Right. And the Miners have struggled on offense for most of this game.
So Madison back on offense. Thumper swings this one down to Lord Vicarian. It's tackled in the backfield for a loss. Andre Tucker gets the TFL, his 3rd tackle of the day. He's got a pick earlier in the game as well. 2nd and 11, the clock rolling. Both teams with both teams don't have all 3 timeouts. Lexington used one when they wanted to go for it on 4th.
Right.
So that, and here we go. Now they're running out of time and they're already down a timeout. 7 on the line for Lexington. They need to get a quick 3 and out or a pick, but they don't get the interception. That one's dropped. Bill Crenshaw is the second one that he's had his opportunity at. Couldn't get it, but stops the clock with 4:34. And it's 3rd down and 11.
That was like, it would stop your heart from beating had that been caught right there, because a lot of people just gasped. As far if you're a Madison Lynx fan, you just gasp like, oh no. Right? So here you are, 3rd and 11. Look, and if I would have been content if I was Madison with just giving the ball to Vicarian, throughout, the rest of this drive right here and force the other team to go down and score a touchdown quickly.
3rd down and 11. They'll hand this one off to Vicarian. Met at the line, and he stopped. It'll be 4th down. Pete Ellis on to punt. Lexington's got an opportunity, but now they got to go. Now they got to move.
Yep. So here you are. I mean, you 2 scores down. You're going to get the ball, and your drive is going to start with probably close to 3.5 minutes left. You're going to get the ball somewhere between the 40, your own 40 and 45. So, I mean, you have a shot, but you got to take a shot, right? You can't just kind of, just lazily go downfield. You got to run tempo and,
Returning this one up to the 48-yard line. That's where they'll take over 52 yards away from the end zone. This just in from Cameron Irvine and SFL Studios. San Jose's backup quarterback came in last week due to the league-leading passer Austin Blanco's injury and scored 24 unanswered points in a win against Tacoma. Today, with Blanco healthy, Lincoln is trouncing them 41-7 in the 4th quarter. Maybe the injury lingered. You never know sometimes with things from week to week. Maybe in this game, Lexington came in overconfident. They haven't lost yet. Look at that pass up top, and now going into the hurry up. This is just what you said they need.
Yeah, and this is the type of offensive plays that should have been coming out. 5 wide receiver sets the last drive to be able to get themselves in a tempo situation to push the ball down the field.
More over the middle into traffic. That one's caught to get the 1st down. They're going to keep on going. If they get a touchdown, we'll see an onside kick try. 3 to the right, 2 to the left. Moore in the gun. Steps back, looks, fires, end zone, and it is caught for a touchdown. Lexington, 3 plays and in.
3 plays in. It's the little guy, Ian Francis, with the touchdown catch in the end zone. And look, now, if you are Lexington at this point, right? You have 2 timeouts. You have the 2-minute warning where the clock stops. And you have, I don't even know if they even use, I don't even know if they're under 3 minutes yet on the clock.
Yep, 3:21 left.
Right, so as I'm saying, dude, they scored so quick. You kick it. In my opinion,
I'd kick it deep. I'd kick it deep.
You don't onside it because you give them such a short field. They pick up a 1st down or a 1st down and a half.
Yep.
And then they're in field goal range.
Well, and their defense did a great job on the last 2 drives now getting 3 and outs. And, the most that a team can even take off the clock if you get a 3 and out is 2 minutes. They got 3:21 to go. There's plenty of time. They should kick it deep. They won't. Extra point is up and good. 31-24 is the score. And Victor Washington gets it lined up for the onside kick try.
I'll tell you what, that was 3. That's how you run a hurry-up offense.
Yeah, that was beautiful.
And that's what we expected to see throughout the whole game from the Miners.
We did indeed. Ball is kicked away right into the hands of Madison, and now is when it's boomer bust time. Listen, we know already that Johansson has a bigger leg than we thought. So 9 yards from here, they can kick another field goal and make it a 2-score game. Lexington can't allow more than a couple of yards on this drive.
Yeah, and was it going this direction too? He was kicking, or the opposite direction?
I can't remember. That was so long ago. And they're off to a good start as Vicarian bottled up. Noah Davis. Saw somebody call him out in the chat earlier saying how great of an outside linebacker he was going to be. Can't remember who that was, but great stop there. 2nd down and 10. 3 minutes to go and rolling.
Yeah, he actually got in there, saw that running lane, and was able to get in there and be able to stop the runner from going anywhere. I don't think a half yard maybe he picked up.
2:50 with the clock moving. 2nd down and 10. Obvious running formation. If I was Madison, I might be going for the win. Just go get that 1st down. Make them start using their timeouts.
He's got room.
Oh, they got it out to Vicarian. He's got at least a couple of yards. I'd say this is on the cusp of field goal range, but hard to say. This one will probably roll down to the 2-minute warning. It's going to be a wild offseason, and no day will showcase that better than the opening day of free agency. Join Cameron Irvine and a rotating guest panel throughout the day to watch free agents come across the wire in real time with reactions, interviews, and updated team build information. The Frenzy starts on Monday, June 12th at 6 p.m. Eastern Time on SFL YouTube. 2 minutes to go here, and what has been a great game. One-score game, back and forth. We've gone. It was Lexington in the first half till Madison took it over right before the end of half number one. There's been all Madison here in half number two. Lexington trying to claw their way, mine their way back into the game, if you will. Big third down coming up. It would behoove them to try to get a TFL here. And not only do they not get the TFL, but up to the 32-yard line. So here we go. Alex Johansson kicked a 46-yarder earlier. Surprised me. This one would be even longer. It looks like he's running out on the field, but Gerald, he was running out without a helmet.
Yeah, they might call him back, say, hey, come get your helmet and take a couple of thoughts about kicking it, but here he goes. He's coming at it.
He's here.
I don't know. I'm indifferent about this, right? Like, you kick this, it looks like a 49-yarder.
49-yarder from the middle.
And I'm like, if he kicks this, he makes it, hey, you pretty much saved yourself the game.
Yep.
If he misses it,
you give Lexington great field position. High snap is hauled in. The kick from Johansson's on the way, and it's good from 48 yards. Madison extending their lead by 10 points. And Gerald, they might have just sealed win number 4 and dealt the Lexington Miners their first loss of the season. There's still time left, but I don't know if there's enough to overcome this.
And I don't think Johansson could have hit it any more true. He split right down the center of the uprights. He put all 180 pounds of that 5'10" frame behind that kick to be able to get in there. He had much distance on that, and that's kind of unheard of for, like, you know, a kicker to just, I mean, typically you see those guys, those guys off the street kicking balls that just barely make it over at that distance.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure Alex Johansson was just a fan at the beginning of the game. He came down and said, I can kick. They said, all right, gave him a helmet, took it away, but they just gave it back for that kick. And probably just sealed the game winner. And Gerald, that's why we didn't like the onside kick. They only gained 6 yards on that drive.
Yeah, and they
that's all they needed.
Yeah, and they're able to kick it. That's what you were down. I mean, look, and just make them. I mean, you got to make them work for it at that point. You know what I mean?
Yep. And with only a single timeout remaining now, Lexington, not really sure there's much they can do. Sure. The first jaw of the ball game is Willie Smoke gets absolutely drilled.
Mike Bird, jeez.
He's had a heck of a ball game. Smoke gets the ball behind the line of scrimmage, steps out of bounds at the 32, stops the clock with a minute and a half. 3rd down and 4. Now's when you come back out in your 5 wide set and just go to the air, because it's the only option you have left.
Yeah, you got to do it. I mean, you got to come out in a similar formation that you had on that no huddle you had for 3 plays, and you scored extremely quick.
Yeah, 3 great.
That's what you needed to come out with to start this drive, and you hadn't done it. And here you are. You got 4 wide receivers out there, but let's
see what they do. See what they do. 4-down territory throughout the rest of this game. More to throw. Throws a 4-yard dink. I mean, he's got a fresh set of downs now, but minute 20.
Yeah, he's got to go deeper than that, right? I mean, you definitely got to go deeper than that. You only got 1 timeout left, too.
There's just not enough time. You're not fooling anyone with the play action either, by the way. Going down the right sideline. I'm just saying, man. This ball swatted away. Bird using his head. Looked like he was playing soccer out there.
Bird using his head, and apparently that play calling wasn't, according to you, they wasn't using their head on that one either. So
no, man.
At this point, look, play action don't matter. They know you're not running the ball. Yeah. I found it strange, too, but you really pointed it out.
Calling it out in real time. 4 wide receivers and a tight end in the set, more in the gun. 3 down to the bottom. He's going to go over the middle, gets the catch, gets the first down. They'll go into the hurry up at the 49-yard line. Clock rolling down to the 1-minute mark. Did that hit his helmet? Yes, Danny Carmichael. It bounced right off his noggin. Another quick pass over the middle, going to the tight end. Solomon gets the catch. 2nd and 3. Clock continues to roll.
So do you keep going here? Or you get yourself field goal range and trying to attempt a kick?
Yeah. Going back to Solomon. Solomon making moves, getting the yards, gets up to the 39. Gerald calling for the timeout.
I'm calling for a timeout to kick the field goal and then get yourself
get the onside.
Yeah, and then try for the onside there.
That's it. But no, they're gonna keep going. They're gonna see if they can get the touchdown here. Throwing too short for that. Francis gets the catch. 20 seconds to go. Hurrying back to the line. Moore snapped the ball. 17 seconds to go. You got to fire to the end zone. Here they do. Just short of the end zone. They get in there, though. Touchdown, Alex Jackson. Onside kick coming up. If they can get it, they might have an opportunity for a Hail Mary. So, Gerald, I think that was your point. Like, if you get the field goal now, ultimately it worked out. They got the touchdown. It's, a one-score game.
Yeah, but you lost like 20, almost 30 seconds just
time.
going ahead and do that, right? So if you sit there, you call a timeout, you kick it, you need the onside kick anyway. Give yourself a better chance to be able to get the ball back with some time.
Yeah, so you don't have to set up just for a Hail Mary.
Right,
You'll have a little bit more time than just Hail Mary, but not much.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, you want to get yourself to run you a couple of good plays to get you close enough to the end zone so you won't have to do a Hail Mary. You can run some sort of a play or route.
Washington kicks the extra point up and good. 3-point ball game. Washington tried an onside kick earlier, and it went straight into the waiting arms of the Lynx special teams player. Getting lined up for his second onside kick of the ball game. See if this one pays off better. If they get it, they got a chance. If Madison gets it, then Lexington loses their first game of the season, and Madison advances to 4 wins. Kick is on its way, and it is easily recovered by Madison. They're going to come away with the win.
Yeah, and it just, I don't know. I felt like the Miners made it a little bit too easy for them to kind of, their opponent to be able to win this game, right? Kick it down the field on the onside kick before this one. Make them drive down. You can stop down. You might even get the ball in good field position. You don't have to worry about the field goal kick. That touchdown you just scored could have been the tie game. You could have forced overtime.
Yeah, exactly. But it's not. So Switch Thumper comes out in everyone's favorite formation on offense, the victory formation. Lexington will burn that final timeout. 10 seconds to go, one more, kneel down, and Madison will come away with the win. Gerald, it wasn't looking good for him at the beginning, but, man, they turned things around.
Yeah, they actually looked like there was almost to me, it felt like once they got on the field and they first started playing, it's almost like Madison didn't feel like they deserved to be on the field with this team, right? But once they actually got their feet under them and was able to get themselves on the field and realize, hey, this is just another football team just like us. They can be beaten. And then it proved that. Once they took the lead, they never looked back. Their defense played top-notch, got themselves a couple of sacks, 3 or 4 turnovers. I can't remember. I know they had a couple of picks along with the fumble, so it's probably 3. And they've actually made it happen. They made the most of those turnovers and made the opponent pay for the mistakes that they made.
Madison 34, Lexington 31. Madison comes away with the win and advances to 4-2 on the season. Lincoln Rattlesnakes also advancing to 4-2. San Jose falling to 3-3. Still have Annapolis sitting at 3-2. Their game coming up tonight. They're on the road against Tacoma, who has only won 1 game so far this season. So, a lot of teams could still end up. Well, I mean, one more team. There could be 4 teams with 4 wins. So Madison gets the win they need to keep them up there near the top, and Lexington served with their first loss, falling to 5-1 on the season, and that creates an opportunity with a couple weeks left that there could actually end up being a different team in that number 1 spot at the end of the season. And Gerald, as we see these final highlights, your final thoughts on this one?
Yeah, I think it come down to I think what lit them a match under them right there was one of those fumbles that they had, and Vicarian came in and ran it right up the middle. I think that if I had to point to a play that changed the trajectory of this game, it was that one right there. And then they actually pretty much showed how much they were motivated to do anything. When they turned around, the defense turned around and got a pick 6.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, and once you do that, I mean, shoot, man, it was sky high at that point, and even the Miners couldn't do anything at that point either to even right the ship, right? How they were just, they thought they were being efficient, and like you and I thought, hey, look, man, they're kind of doing whatever else. Hey, they only had 10 points, but hey, look, they're moving the ball, and Madison was struggling at the time, but then once Madison flipped that switch and said, hey, we can compete with these guys. It doesn't matter what their record is. We're out here to win this game. They got confidence under them, and they just ran away with it.
Coming up next, Ottawa takes on Albuquerque at 8:45 p.m. Eastern Time. That is all but 20 minutes away. Mark Lopez, Cameron Duty on the call on SFL YouTube. Sure to be an exciting matchup. Annapolis at Tacoma. Colin Northrup and Chad Rowland, the dynamic duo. They'll be on 15 minutes later at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. Player of the game, Lord Vicarian himself, 128 yards, a touchdown, 23 more yards through the air. Madison gets the win in this one. This has been a presentation of the Simulation Football Minor League presented by APM Music on YouTube. For Gerald Smith, Cameron Irvine, and Matt Wilson, who will always be with me in spirit, I'm Mike Dagg saying thank you for joining us. Remember to be kind to one another. Always choose happy. Have a great night, everybody.